Would you like Fairfield? I trust the dusty streets, inescapable advertising, and high-strung citizenry live up to your expectations of an Auntie's Choice Company town?
Finally got space for one more? Offer still stands. That's about the long and short of it, yeah. I'm good for my word.
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile. Someone ought to head back to mind the ship.
Acknowledged.
After you.
Hello again. Was there something you... Oh, Inez! You look, well, like you could use an ice bath and a cup of newly formulated trip teas. Has something happened?
Something has, all right. I ended my contract effective immediately. Now I'm free to prove myself to everyone in Auntie's Choice. My way.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what contracts mean hereabouts. But you do appear to be pleased, so I shall be pleased for you. That is not common knowledge in this town. But since Inez appears to trust you, I suppose I can do the same. Before I began my new illustrious career working with our tame, scarily friends here, I was a researcher in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Oh, I was on the verge of breakthrough when they shut us down. Oh, when I think of the lives I could have reached. But in my current role, I do try to help where I can.
Where my own first aid training can't reach, Doc's got me covered. The graft knocked me on my ass for weeks when I first got it. But she nursed me back to health.
Would if I could have done more.
Despite your insinuation, there are plenty of good folk around here, but perhaps not many with Doc's particular skill set.
I understand your reservation, but I do care deeply for all my patients. Inez has attested to it, and so can Copernicus here, when he is freshly fed. Where was I? Right. I have a lead, Inez. I've identified 2 viable beasts on this island that you may be compatible with, though it may not be easy to acquire the suitable specimens. The first candidate is the skeleton crabble. It has a rare form of albinism and was last spotted on the western coast by Protectorate scientists, who unfortunately went missing. I happened upon an old report of theirs along with a code used to operate their machinery. If their fate is what I suspect, the code may be of use to you.
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger than the average crabble. Meaner and smarter, too.
The second candidate is a Raptidon matriarch, the only one of her kind on the island as I understand it. She was last spotted in the crags near the Vox Relay.
Deep in Protectorate territory. This matriarch sure ain't making it easy for us. She'll be more aggressive and more cunning than her smaller kin.
When you breach the matriarch's lair, you must rouse her from hibernation. I found pheromones to be quite effective. Inez, I'm certain you know a formula that may suffice.
That I do.
Excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up call for the matriarch, so she'll be upon you in moments. I suggest your armaments be at the ready. Then the grafting part is yours. Yes, though I would recommend a careful surgical removal of the specimens, please. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we can begin surgery. Matriarch, Law guide you both out there. Oh, I love questions. Ask away. I would never imply such a thing. I'm sure the Minister and Officer Carr have only our best interests at heart. Though I must admit, their continuing quarrels give me trepidation. I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner. So I should return to the Protectorate and accept swift death for desertion? Certainly not. I would much rather stay here, continue my work, and hope my leaders can reach an accord. Challenging though it may be, one wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, I wish I knew. I see. Well, I hope his spirits may be sustained. I have grown fond of the Minister, but I cannot help but wonder if he fully understands how proud the Protectorate are. It takes great courage or desperation to acknowledge the wrongs of one's society, and even more to leave it entirely. He may find that courage to be rarer than he thinks, or perhaps he will manage to prove me wrong with his powers of persuasion yet again. Oh, I would welcome it in this case. I wish you luck, as it were.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium, from the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is right.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander. into thin air. You lot couldn't hit the broad side of a freighter. Over here, free hole in the head.
Or hope to want. Deserve that choice. Deserve Auntie's choice. And now,
See those burrows? The skeleton's nearby. And if it's as nearby as I think, it don't bode well for those scientists. Well, you hate to be proven right. These folk have been dead a while. And that must be the machinery Doc mentioned. Over here, Commander. Huh. Seems this terminal reroutes power to speakers around the cave. They were using sound to lure the Crabbles out. Let's see here. Generator's back on. Power up that phonotron, would you? Should cause enough ruckus to make the skeleton come out and play.
And what am I supposed to do? Just stand around? Stand around and look pretty?
Well, if the commander's keen to share, you can press the button too. Wouldn't want you feeling left out.
Distraction for you.
Bringing it over here so I can take a gander? muscular reticulation's still intact. Cartilaginous integrity mostly sound. A good clean cut, and the pincer's still sharp. Yeah, this'll do just fine. Shame about all the scientists, though. I was hoping this wouldn't be too steep a price. If you still got some hunting you, that Raptidon matriarch's on the loose. Her den's not far from the Vox Relay up north. Elsewise, we head back to Fairfield and speak to Doc Tinsley. We pulled a good harvest. Doc Tinsley's going to be pleased. But if we could hunt for the other beast before bringing this specimen back to her, I'd be much obliged.
My rates will never, no, they'll never, ever be lowered. If there's a cost you can't complete. Straightforward.
Free Arcadia, the best sliced breadworm. Now with 110% more music, entertainment, news, and product placement.
Underlings, your anti-Cleo needs to spark some question under a few listless posteriors. In dreadful anticipation of my latest demotion.
You there! Keep your hands where I can see them.
Senior copywriter in invasive marketing, whose sloganeering was a bit too...
Halt! What's an Auntie's choice monstrosity doing here? Have you come to spy? So confusion and disruption, I'll not have it.
Good, because I ain't bringing it. Though if you're that desperate to test my patience, by all means, keep it up.
Patience. As if you infiltrators possess as much, feverishly raising our lands wherever you go. You are fortunate that I've been ordered not to open fire unless fired upon.
They never listen to sound advice, do they?
Some folk are dead set on going their way, even if it's straight out an airlock.
I will not suffer an outsider to trespass and trample further through our lands. Turn back from this bridge now. lest my ever-depleting prudence be spent.
Dress for the job you have, Russ. And just to show there's no position too microscopic for Auntie's management, I'd like to highlight Assistant Waste Disposal Officer Potter Flanderbilt for a job not...
If you are not a loyal Protectorate subject, you will not cross this bridge. Be grateful I do not judge with such haste as my superior to the north, Brigadier Montelli. He's been fervent of late, looking for any Protectorate subjects who have displayed disloyalty in his estimation.
Do your jobs like your
Any associations with wrongdoers results in swift execution. That has, unfortunately, put many folk in his sights, myself included. And so we wait for the proverbial axe to fall.
Here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're... You actually believe you can contend with him.
You are mistaken. He'll cut you open gleefully, then issue you demerits for bleeding on the floor. And you also have no business at the relay, as far as I can surmise. You dare to propose an arrangement? I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate. I know of 2 traitors who yet remain on this island. Bring them to me, and I'll dispose of them before the Brigadier questions my loyalty and deems me guilty by association. In return, I shall grant you clearance to cross the bridge. Fair exchange, wouldn't you say?
This is exactly the manner of depravity we mean to free these folk from. I know we gotta cross the bridge, but there must be an alternative. One that don't involve an executioner.
Trial? And their crimes are as clear as the Sovereign's blue skies? We may not ascribe to your laws, but do not assume that I think lightly of taking a life. These traitors have committed grave offenses, ones that would be punished without question. It's not at all the same as the indiscretions the Brigadier damns his people for.
So much for the Protectorate's self-proclaimed unity and order.
Do not mock us. There's a wide gulf between justice and madness, and many interpretations of the law land on the right side. You see the difference, do you not? How very astute. To my point, our forces on the island are dwindling rapidly. Not just from the fighting, but from treachery. Or from seeing treachery where there is none. I am seeking to preserve our forces by punishing the true wrongdoers. After all, it is rather impossible to uphold one's sovereign-given duties if one is deceased. Now, will you accept my offer, or will you finally get out of my sight? Even if said strangers deserve to be brought to justice? Allow me to offer another solution. Hand over your companion here. A grafted soldier on display would surely make an impression on Montelli. And us all.
You're out of your mind. You ain't gonna use me to solve your problem. You're just dragging out the inevitable. Tell her, Commander. See? So how about you take that suggestion and shove it right up your...
Yes, you've made your point. Now, can we come to some other agreement, or will you stand here wasting my time?
Product endorsements. This is Wireless Free Arcadia, the voice of Auntie's Choice.
At Auntie's Choice, we think there is no freedom without freedom of choice. And you need all...
Barbaric. Ha! And who is the one standing here in soiled armor and in the midst of monsters? If you wish to cross, this is the only way. So unless you change your mind, be gone.
Frozen, dried, smoked, and canned salt tuna fillet.
Be free, everyone.
Be free with Auntie's Choice.
Okay, back to business. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's Choice.
Looks like a fight.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
You let yourself slide, feeling down on your...
wouldn't give for a big bowl of purple berry crunch right now. Got something that needs doing, Commander? How personal are we talking? Couldn't say. I was in it all of 2 days before my graft started festering. Before that, I was an infantry medic. Our platoon was one of the first to touch down in Arcadia. I would have continued serving on the front line in an upgraded capacity, but, well, once the state of my graft became apparent, it was decided that parting ways would be best. My commanding officer, and the surgeon who performed the operation, I imagine. I wasn't lucid at the time. When I regained consciousness, I saw that my service pistol was gone, and a termination notice was in its place. I put 2 and 2 together. Law, that was a bad morning. Look, I knew dismissal was a possibility when I volunteered for the procedure. A successful graft is a boon, a failed one is a colossal liability. I'm a walking lesson in breakage. Oh, that information is outside my purview. I miss my platoon. Most of the time. I hope they're holding on okay wherever they are. Huh. If nothing else, they'll have Ortiz to keep up morale. I know the nonstop jokes from that bastard sustained me for weeks. Yeah, he's tough. He'll be all right. Of course I do. Can't help but wonder if I'm missed in return. Anyhow, I would rather return to the matter at hand. No use dwelling on those out of sight and out of mind. Right. Then I keep pushing forward till I can't anymore. You didn't see me when I first got out of surgery and came to Paradise Island. The fact that you and I met at all is a testament to Doc's skill. But suppose if her treatment doesn't stick, then maybe it's my time to go. You can only cheat death so many times. You know that as well as I do. Oh, I couldn't even tell you who that doctor was or where they're stationed. Grafting was a procedure in its infancy, see? So corporate liked to keep things hush-hush. Can't say I like the thought of it. Could have been cut open in the middle of a cave for all I know. I'd rather not dwell on those moments, if it's all the same to you. What matters is the here and now. Fine by me? Well, like I said, we were both in the same unit. Me as a combat medic, him as a machine gunner. Everyone in my unit was from Tau Ceti, so we already had that in common. And we served on the front lines, which made us look out for one another that much more. See, most of us were laborers, and we just got our first real shot at something greater. We wanted to make a name for ourselves, and what better way to do that than become a hero? Our onboarders promised that if we demonstrated exceptionalism, showed initiative, that we'd get promoted quick. And our days of living in squalor would be far behind us. It ain't like they forced us to join up. We did that on our own. And it said in our contract that they could send us wherever we were needed. Can't complain if where we're needed is in a trench staring down the barrels of a minigun.
The Pen Pharmacon 5 walk-in industrial macrowave. Originally developed for secretive research laboratories for purposes we may only guess at. The Pen
I reckon that's a difference in perspective.
the unremarkable everyday
We spent a week crouched in the same foxhole under aerial bombardment. Shared water one sip at a time by the end of it. Anyone would have been friends after that. I don't know if I would have made it out alive without him. Maybe I'll tell him that over a beer one day. Praise him in front of the whole saloon. Law knows he's got a thing for heroics.
general lifespan. Ask your doctor if a walk-in and
Better than I'd feared. Only had to bury 2 troopers and amputate 5 limbs. I'm thankful every day that the Protectorate can't aim for shit.
this one goes out to all those
He kept me clear-headed. Every so often there'd be a lull in the bombardments and I'd hear voices all across the field, calling out for aid, for mama, for death. Almost got my head clean taken off when I tried to scramble out of the foxhole the first night. I heard a call for help and moved on instinct. Damn foolish of me, really. Ortiz told me not to panic, to wait till he could provide cover, to just shout first aid instructions where I could. It was too valuable to fall in battle, he said. It was a rough few nights at first, knowing I couldn't help folk who needed it. And the reward for that torment was my life. I appreciate that, Commander. In any case, I'm only standing here because of a damn fine soldier who became my friend. I'll carry that knowledge always. Fine by me. Auntie's choice. Got something that needs doing, Commander? I get the sense you ain't too fond of Auntie's choice. Any reason why?
Maybe on account of them being a giant, malignant corporate entity. Reminds me of the one I grew up under. And that ain't a compliment.
I grew up under a corporation like Auntie's too, Niles. You ain't the only one with a sob story.
Then you might ought to know better than to throw in with Annie's. They're just like those bit pension bastards on Triangle. If the Earth Directorate had to step in.
Well, there you have it. The Earth Directorate saved you, huh? Sure as shit didn't save us.
No, suppose not. But you've got choices now. Time for excuses is past.
Don't you look down your nose at me. Any sane folk would throw their lot in with the ones who help them. Not those who deliberately look the other way. How's your own loyalty to the Earth Directorate treated you all this time? I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Next up, the real reason wireless-free Arcadia exists: advertising. Our Recreant Reclamation and Artificial Additives Division has proudly announced its latest innovation, Slurrylose, a flavorsome new artificial sweetener made from the reprocessed runoff of industrial facilities, chemical plants, slaughterhouses, and stockyards. Not only does it save the company a fortune, it's so unnaturally sweet it's almost unbearable.
We believe so much in this delicious cost-cutting measure, we're rushing it to market. Following a level of testing, Slurrylose will soon be found in all of our food products.
Auntie's choice. The art. It's artificial.
Nature made accidentally, recreated all.
Right. Moving on. This is one of my favorites, though admittedly far from discerning.
You're my kind of subcontractor. You know what? You're all right.
Okay, we'll start right away. You cut the cost, you raise your prices, profits soar. The joy of laissez faire. Oh, you know it well. Making Auntie proud.
close and personal one, if it's all the same to you.
Profit more. You cut the cost, you raise your prices, profit soar. The joy of laissez-faire. Oh, you know it well. Make an auntie proud. Well, wouldn't that be swell? Come on, kids, let's go!
Waste them on your command.
I'm the one you need to worry about.
But I'm not ready.
Commander, you're bleeding.
I may not be a true arbiter, but I can still fight like one.
Taking cover. For our beneficent leader. Ostensibly, I must reload.
Chronic itch, inflammation.
course. Dyspepsia. Oh, and one more thing. Good call, Neil.
Arbiter Nebs, the words are a song to my ears. This, no doubt, is the opportunity I have long awaited. These hapless recruits arrived just before the invasion. No sooner had they set down their bags than their instructors were called to the war front. I read the fear, the uncertainty in their faces. And I knew, as this outpost's primary practice target replacement technician, I alone could teach them. They see me as their leader, their arbiter. I will not fail. Should the invasion breach our defenses, I will stand proudly at the vanguard, shoot to kill, and lead them to victory.
Planning a key business dinner or banquet event? They have everything you need in one place. Thank you so much for tuning in to the one wireless station in Arcadia that doesn't tell you what to think, only what to buy.
Be at least a few useful parts in here. Aha! Hello there. You wouldn't happen to have found any usable parts in all this debris? Westport's stockpiles of replacement parts are nearly depleted. I need to find some parts to convert some of our auto-mechanicals, non-combat parts. Fortunately, there's nothing here that's salvageable. Auntie's bombs sure take their toll, don't they? Let's just say to fill Westport's needs. If you follow the road heading north, you can't miss it. Used to be a sight to behold, but the war hasn't been kind to it. To any of us. True enough. A few years ago, I couldn't have imagined us running short of anything. And now here I am, digging through scrap for parts. But I digress. Was there anything else? Need to get back to my hunt, you understand? Unless I missed my guess, this looks like it was transporting damaged and malfunctioning automechs from the Vox station to the Automech Repair Center to the south of here. The center is... Say, you don't work for Antes, do you? This is beginning to feel more than a little like you're digging for intelligence. Fair enough. As I was saying, the Automech Repair Center is south of here. Regrettably, subjects of Westport no longer have access to the repair center, hence my need to scavenge. Yes and no. The bomb certainly took a fierce toll, but I suspect these were all in various states of disrepair even before Andy's offensive, which has made sorting out where to begin my efforts here rather difficult. There should be a manifest somewhere, but it's nowhere to be found. Nor are the troopers who should have been escorting this. Where are their bodies? These were stalwart defenders of the Protectorate we're talking about here. Not the spineless stumblewits that comprise the forces of Anti's choice. No. Some other unfortunate fate has befallen them. Could have been any manner of terror brought upon us by Antis. Likewise. And pleasant. There must be at least a few usable parts in here. It's warped. Just like everything else.
It's a brawl.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Once we arrive at the Automech facility, we'll unload and begin cataloging the state of the various Automechs.
Are you recording the drive? Cadet, I do not believe this is what the Sergeant intended by documenting the process. Here, allow me to handle it. Now where's the off switch? Boyd, we're being bombed! Disembark! Lose formation to the beach, double time! We can take shelter in the rocks! Praise the Sovereign. We made it. Halt! Everyone quiet. What's that clacking noise?
Now, a catchy pitch for Auntie's products you simply can't live without.
Auntie's Choice Chum Bar is a delicious new food-adjacent snack from the...
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the Automech Repair Center without approval. What's your business here?
Limited to boar's entrails, spread organs, salt tuna skin, nanner peels, and tobacco husks for the perfect combination.
Now you've done it. Slowing down a ranking Protectorate official is worth 10, 20 demerits if you're lucky.
All right, let's not lose our heads over a simple misunderstanding. You're free to pass. Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals personally. We'll let him know you're inbound, so no one shoots on sight. Oh, and fair warning, watch out for xeranium gas. We sprung a leak. Nothing too bad. Aside from the headaches, nightmares, missing teeth, and headaches, one more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero tolerance for lawbreakers.
Every last bit of my wage, every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that I save is intended for you. Although the cost may be high, one day I know you'll be mine. Someday perhaps I'll own two. For now I'll take one that's brand new. 'Cause I'm yearning and earning for you.
Outsider.
Did the authorities send you? Did my torrent of messages finally convince them of the vast crab-like dangers near at hand? What a relief. In here I thought myself dismissed as a loon. Well, I speak of the crabbles, of course. You must have spied those nefarious crabbles, roiling, rippling, bubbling, and churning out in the water. No one at the facility believes me, but I've seen it with my own eyes. Crabble numbers have swelled as they gather to defy us. A consortium, nay, an army! You actually believe me? No, stranger. Thank you. With your confidence and support, I believe the crabble threat can and will be defeated. Remain strong, and together we will outlast the crabble! Look alive! Crabbles among us! Getting better, I think. The crabbles have seemed less menacing of late. Maybe our resolve has worn down their warlike spirit. Or maybe they're just biding their time.
You seem nice.
At the junction of opportunity and runaway gumption, you'll get wireless free Arcadia. Featuring product advertisements.
All that matters is getting these automex to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, we must adhere to decontamination procedures.
When we here at Wireless Free Arcadia make on-air misstatements, we own up to it sometimes. Like right now, in this batch of corrections. In last Sunday's weekend P&L report for the previous Saturday...
First the attack, then the uranium. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
Blaming a belt drive starboard wing factory mishap for a 2% drop in daily space rivet production. Correction. The decline was only 1.8% and wholly due to human error. Moving on. A recent report on the new Sprats Up condiment substitute currently rolling out in test markets claimed the product has a mighty tangy 110% real Sprat flavor. Correction.
Stay true, outsider.
Real Sprat flavorings. Still a mite tangy though. That part's 110% correct. Need to keep harping on them for law's sake.
Outsider?
Now, on to other things. This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my eyes.
What brings you to this fine establishment?
Caught a piece of shrimp.
Might be wise to give that large gas cloud a wide berth. Don't think there's anything to gain by getting near it.
Only a mild case, but the doctors are withholding treatment to study my symptoms.
Sovereign's mercy. How do you feel?
Downright privileged is how I feel. Sick with pride, nauseous with courage, and chronically fatigued with honor.
Oh, a new arrival. Oh, and what's this? Your symptoms are fairly pronounced. If you'd indulge me, I have a few questions I'd like to ask for medical posterity, and so on and so forth. First question, can you describe the conditions in which you were exposed to the uranium? I'll mark it down as haphazard meandering then. All too common these days. All right, next question. How are you feeling? For instance, do your bones seem noticeably softer somehow? Have you observed any sterility on your way in? Or aching in your thyroid or spleen? Well, good for you. Keeping a positive attitude can often aid your recovery. As a token of my appreciation, allow me to provide you a... There, that should do it. Do stop back in if you suffer additional exposure. I would... Don't have much to...
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Uranium exposure rate appears to be